301 North Van Buren on the east side of Elk City. You think they have scary donuts today? 301 North Van Buren, east side of Elk City. They are open, running, and gunning. There for your dining pleasure, your donut pleasure, your Halloween sweet treat donut pleasure. 301 North Van Buren, east side of Elk City.
Nathan, close your eyes and listen to me right now. Do I sound better or clearer or stronger today than I did 3 days ago?
No.
Or 2 days ago?
No.
Or 7 years ago?
No. Why?
A thing was removed.
Oh, sounds same to me.
And I just didn't know if I sounded any different in your ears.
Hey, be sure to check your candy corn for needles tonight. Is candy corn for Halloween or for Thanksgiving?
Hey, it's I think Thanksgiving. I mean, Halloween. I cannot stand candy corn.
Ugh.
Candy corn to me tastes like mildly orange flavored birthday cake candles. It's just wax. That's all it is. And I don't even know what flavor orange is. But I do know growing up as a kid, I hated to see the orange anything. I didn't like orange Kool-Aid or the generic version we had. I didn't like orange candy. I do not like candy corn. Corn, Nathan. Corn? I've got an idea. Let's turn corn into a dessert. Let's take some corn, overlay it with some candle wax, turn it into a delicious dessert.
Might as well crack open a can of Del Monte corn and pour some sugar water over it. Am I right?
That is terrible. That was the impetus for Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me. They were talking about how to liven up corn. Candy corn.
And you know what? It don't look like corn.
It's like a candle, Nathan.
Right?
It's wax. It's some odd orange flavored wax. That's right, orange flavored wax. On a kernel of corn?
It seems to me you lived your life like a waxy candle in the wind.
Terrible. Do you still give away candy corn to trick-or-treaters?
The ones I hate, sure.
What do you turn out your light about 3 p.m.
on
Halloween?
Pull the shades.
Hide.
Make sure the garage door is down.
You still scream at the kids, the children who come to your door.
Ah! Ah! Yeah, just keep them away. And you know how businesses have the closed sign?
Uh-huh.
I put that on my front door. Sorry, closed. Closed till November 1.
Trick-or-treaters will be shot. Will be screamed at and belittled.
What if before you ever needed them, you called American Hose and Supply? Because let me tell you something. When you run out of hoses at your place, it sounds like this. It's scary. Okay? But if you called Brock and went to see Bobby Maddox at American Hose and Supply,
Bobby,
you'd be ready to rock and roll. I mean, it'd become a John Denver song. Sunshine on My Shoulder. It wouldn't be this creepy Oregon Halloween music. No, sir. American Hose and Supply. Hoses and fittings. How about old Percy and Blake coming in yesterday? Oh, by the way, this morning at about 7:35, Taylor Sullivan, Queen of the West, Queen of Your Hearts, is going to be here to talk about stuff that she does. So that's coming up later on. Landry, we've had guests every day. Monday was the sheriff. Tuesday was somebody else. Who was here Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
I can't remember anything. Wednesday we did...
Wendy Blackman.
Oh, Wendy Walker Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy Walker Parker, talk about Help Inc.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wednesday we did Spotlight. Sam was here.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was Percy and Blake.
United
and Percy.
Fund.
Uh-huh. United Supermarket Fund.
80 years that's been around.
It's a long time.
You know, that really is a good idea. Instead of having all these different groups try to go door to door, going unto the masses and soliciting donations, just get one group as a clearinghouse, a repository.
A repository!
You still use a repository?
By the way, the untold story that other radio shows are scared to mention, but we will mention, about the JFK assassination, is that LHO was up in the, quote, Texas School Book Depository. What is that?
What's where they would deposit the Texas school books?
Why weren't they at Texas schools? Why were they in this building in Dallas? The Texas School Book Depository. Let's have Oliver Stone or somebody explain what that was.
Ken Burns. Let's have him do it.
The Texas School Book Depository. See, nobody ever asked why. I'm asking why. Why did that building exist? What was the purpose of the building? And why did LHO allegedly pick that building? Did he hate schools? Did he hate books?
I guess the vantage point.
Rusty says, the sign on my front door reads, trick or treaters will be shot, survivors will be shot again. 13 minutes after 7 o'clock, 96.5 KECO is the early morning show. 40 degrees and dark outside. By the way, tomorrow night, don't forget to fall forward. Fall back. I'm just kidding.
I looked at my phone this morning and got a little upset. I looked at my Weather Underground app.
Yep.
And Tuesday, we are going to get dangerously close to 80 degrees. Here, I thought we were finished with the 80s, and we may hit 80 on Tuesday.
What?
If Weather Underground is accurate.
What?
I know, it's very, very upsetting. Nathan, you're going to tell a Halloween story this morning.
I am. Can we have the creepy music one more time? Here we go.
Give me a C, a bouncy C.
It was Halloween of about 1984-ish or 5, somewhere in there. I was in the 3rd grade. Now, you have to understand the backstory. Landry and I did not like Halloween. We were the only kids in the history of the world that didn't like Halloween. And looking back on it, I don't know. I guess we should have liked it. My kids like it. My kids have always liked it. Everybody likes Halloween except us. In fact, our older siblings loved Halloween. And then we came along, and for whatever reason, we were so bizarre, we hated Halloween.
I was scared. I like the idea of having candy. I just didn't like the idea of dressing up in a costume and going door to door and begging people for it.
Yeah, you show up at a stranger's door and say, please give me candy. Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Have you ever thought about just how ridiculous that is?
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me some. If you don't give me a treat, I'm going to take my shoes and socks off.
The last thing I want to do is smell somebody's feet.
That's the leverage you have. That's what forces people to give you the treat.
Why wouldn't somebody just close the door, sick the dog on you, throw some water on you?
Landry, the planning never got that far. Good thing I never went to Rusty's house.
Trick or treat. Smell my feet.
So it's Halloween, Landry, about 1984-ish or something. I was in the 3rd grade. And you know what? You were too. And you and I hated Halloween anyway. But this particular Halloween in the 3rd grade, I started feeling bad. And Mom, now listen, and by the way, I cleared this with my mother. This is a Charlene story. And Mom brought it up a couple of days ago. I was visiting Mom, and she brought it up, and I said, I'm going to tell that on air. So she was warned. And so this is a story about my mom, who, by the way, is the nicest person alive. Anybody who knows her will agree with this. Charlene is the nicest human alive. But I'm going to exaggerate to make it funnier. So there I was, a little 3rd grader in 1980 whatever. It's Halloween, and I don't like Halloween anyway, but I started feeling bad. And so I think I said to Mom, Mom, I don't want to go. I don't feel good. I don't know. And so she said, now remember, I'm exaggerating. She said, you're going trick-or-treating. You get dressed up in that costume. So I was like, I don't want to go. You're going trick-or-treating. And so she made me. And so I got dressed up in my sheet with holes in it, or my mask from Walmart that you pull down and can't see anything. And I go trick-or-treating. And, of course, I had the time I always had and feeling bad anyway. And the next day, I realized, come to find out, Landry, I was coming down with the chicken pox, in the course of which I developed a 104-degree fever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't really care about Nathan getting sick.
No, he didn't. He was still upset about punt, pass, and kick.
Except, who do you think got sick with chicken pox 3 days later? That's right. I did.
Yeah.
Nathan breathed on me or something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably spit on me.
So that was my
spit on my candy.
That was my big Halloween story. Now, Landry brought up something else this morning that we always try. By the way, I can't believe you haven't even broached the Rimshaw place, the old Rimshaw place.
It was this backache, headache.
Yeah.
Holding me back.
But Landry, when we were in the 5th grade, I think it was 5th, what rumor started floating?
Supposedly, in Elk City, Oklahoma, what we heard was Halloween was going to be dangerous and scary for the kids in Elk City because, because some cultists were going to come to town from either Hobart or Altus.
Landry remembers it being Hobart. I remember it being Altus.
I just remember being very scared because some cult members were going to come to Elk City from Hobart.
And do something.
Nathan said Altus, and I don't even remember what they were going to do.
I don't either.
Between that and what we heard every year about people sticking needles in candy.
Razor blades in your Snickers
You're
bar.
supposed to take your food to the hospital, your Halloween candy to the hospital, so they could X-ray it. No kidding.
Did the hospital ever actually do that?
I don't know.
You know, that's expensive. I can't imagine the hospital would. Running machinery like that's fairly expensive.
Yeah, for thousands of kids in the area. Aha! Chopper Dave weighing in. I remember that coming from Hobart.
Yeah, but that's because Chopper Dave had family in Hobart. So I think he's biased towards Hobart.
Or maybe because of his family in Hobart, he had the good information.
Or was it his family that started the rumor?
Or maybe his family was the cultists.
Uh-oh, Chopper Dave, what are you not telling us about your family in Hobart?
Chopper Dave, remind us, what were the cultists from Hobart going to do when they arrived in Elk City? Go out to Sonic, eat a foot-long cheese coney, and then wreak havoc on trick-or-treaters?
Were they going to walk up and down the street? Were they going to walk up and down the street and just whip us? Or what? Were they going to run around with a belt and whip us?
Make us listen to bluegrass music?
Well, if Chopper Dave said it, maybe the cult was my family. Maybe it was. Or was it some kind of a militia deal where they were going to get us to read their constitution?
Maybe that's part of why we disliked Halloween. We were told, don't eat candy, be careful with candy. I was convinced that needles would be in my candy. And don't you remember that, Nathan, them telling us to take it to the hospital?
Yes.
Take your candy to the hospital and have it X-rayed.
Did anybody ever even clear that with Alex Shaded?
Because the Hershey Company was going to allow needles to be placed in their chocolate bars.
Razor blades and needles. Here we go. Candy corn is for the really bad kids on Christmas, one listener said. And another listener said, poor boy, bad mom, ha-ha, love you boys. Mom, I told you I was going to tell that story.
Maybe the cult was my family, steal all your candy corn. Maybe that's what the cultists were going to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would have done me a favor.
That would have been great.
After a busy spring and summer, you're ready to put the tractor up. Before you do the maintenance so it'll work like a top, like it'll spin like a top next spring. Get everything you need for tractor maintenance at Camrock Supply next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. 225-9697. Text us and let us know.
Is Halloween, is that the night that all the residents on Mac Drive get together and start putting out the 12 days of Christmas? Mac Drive in Elk City, that's where they have the 12 days of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
On the, east side?
Do people still do
the road?
Costume parties? Do adults still do that? We'll probably, tonight or tomorrow, we'll see 3 pictures on Facebook where some adults dressed up and went to a party, right?
In the real world, I don't know. On TV
that's right,
shows
just
and
for
movies,
TV. Hey, personally, I've already seen trailers for some of the new Christmas movies, like Hallmark Channel and this, that, and then Netflix. I'm ready for that. I am ready. And let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are ready to decorate the house this weekend for Christmas. Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Look out. If you're near my house, look out. Okay, Christmas is on starting tomorrow. We're doing it.
And by the way, you know what else happened on this date in 1517? A guy named Martin Luther. Not the guy who had a dream.
No, that was Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther in Germany. He was a religious guy. He was a Catholic priest and a theology professor. He wrote 95 reasons why he disagreed with something. 95 theses. See, we all learn in English what a thesis is. You know, a thesis.
That's right.
You know what it is? The last sentence of your introduction paragraph. That's what it is. Martin Luther he didn't just have 1 or 2 or 4 or 19. He had 95 of those bad boys.
And he put them at the point of a pencil.
He wrote them down, and then he nailed them up to the church building door. And they say that started an event called the Protestant Reformation. And so you can impress your history teacher today by saying, hey, the guys on the radio said the Protestant Reformation began on this day in 1517.
You only had to worry about razor blades in your candy if you got it on Mac Drive. Wow, that is harsh.
Wait a minute.
That is super harsh.
Say that again, Nathan.
You only had to worry about razor blades in your candy if you got it on Mac Drive. Help me with the bats, Landry.
Hummingbird?
Help me with the bats.
The caffeinated conversation continues on the early morning show right after this.
So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the oilfield, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the oilfield, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
Get the cotton out of the field, through the gin, and out on the market. You're in a race against the clock. Time is money. We know you're in a hurry and we want to help you get down the road. But we'll slow the gin down if that's what your cotton needs. Sometimes slowing down just a little bit means a better quality and better grades. Sometimes. Every field is different and we customize our process based on what your cotton needs. Now don't get me wrong. We want to serve as many customers as we can so we can make money. But if dropping the speed of the gin just a little is better for your cotton, we'll do it so you can make more money. Just ask Jimmy and Spencer Smith. They switched to Carson County Gin a couple of years ago, and they're still with us. Their cotton got a better grade, so it brought a better price. If you'll Google Carson County Gin, you'll find us. We're near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. Cleaner cotton means a better grade. We run our gin to get you the best grade possible.
So there's a company out there that has a certain color. All the farmers and stuff think their oil has to be used in those certain color of tractors. And it's just not true. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. I use it at our place. My son uses it for our colored tractors that we have, and a lot of other farmers use it too. It's the same oil, specifications are the same. It's kind of a myth where they think that it's got to be that certain type of oil for that color of tractor. Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil.
Restaurants and feedlots, coffee shops and cafes, grocery stores and convenience stores. The Penny News is there, waiting for you to take it home.
Welcome back, 727, the early morning show. Nathan and Landry and you, 96.5 KECO in Elk City. It's Halloween. Man, that's scary. What's your favorite Halloween-themed Andy Griffith Show episode?
Well, one of our listeners always enjoys the one where Aunt Bee murdered Opie.
Actually, the old Rimshaw place isn't a Halloween
No, it's
episode,
not.
But Ted Turner always played it on Halloween when you and I were kids.
Trucktober, Trucktober, after today it's over. Trucktober, Trucktober, get your truck today. They've got a big selection. Trucktober, Barbara Dyson Ford in Elk City. They've got trucks. Go get a truck, 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 truck. How about that rousing ode to Trucktober, Landry?
Look up there. That's old man Rimshaw himself.
Rimshaw? Ain't he the one that put chains on his hired man and then done away with him?
with an axe.
An axe? Shazam.
After school, junior high?
Junior high, maybe sophomore year of high school? Sophomore, junior? Is it possible we had to work a football game concession stand one year on Halloween? Am I dreaming that?
Probably would have been our junior year, right? If we did.
Yeah. Tell you what, if you're going to have to work a high school football game concession stand, there was nobody to work under, nobody better to work under than Roger Shockey.
Oh, he got it done,
I mean,
didn't he?
He ruled with an iron fist, but he was fair.
Firm but fair.
And actually, he's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah. It was always fun to get teachers outside of the regular school hour. Because he was what was it, our sophomore year? When we were student council, he was the student council representative.
Yes.
I mean, the student council
that's right.
sponsor.
We had meetings in his classroom where we had biology.
And I remember working on a float.
Yes.
With him.
That's right.
We worked on a float with him.
Well, there was a dandy of a teacher.
Yeah, that guy got it done. Penny News, grab a copy. They got trailers. Y'all having church? We have trailers and tree trimmers and metal and ag stuff and insulation and services and jobs and auctions and estate sales and garage sales and I don't know what all. Penny News is out. Go grab a copy. Football. We got football tonight. High school football, Elk City and Merritt, Paragon TV, Big Oak TV. There's Halloween stuff for the kids at both festivities. Landry, OU plays tomorrow. Do they?
The evening game, is that right? 6:30?
I have no clue.
At Rocky Top.
Rocky Top, you'll always be. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm an OU fan. They're 6-2 and they're ranked in the top 20. It's not like the season's done or anything. I just worry. I don't know how to feel anymore. I mean, after they looked horrible against Texas in the second half anyway, and then Mississippi. Ole Miss is a good team, and they only lost by a score, and in fact, they had chances to win, but except for a couple of flubs, they lost by 2 or 3 scores against Mississippi. So I don't know how to feel about the Sooners. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I wish them well. I want them to do well. I need a good movie to watch tonight. It's Halloween, by the way, in case you didn't know. It is the Halloween edition of the Early Morning Show, and that's why we are playing this creepy organ music. Because nothing says Halloween like creepy organs. Are you guys out there big-time horror movie people? I was never a horror movie person. I mean the slasher stuff, the Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Nightmare on Elm Street. That's not even the slasher where people are getting murdered. Would you lump Poltergeist? Well, where does Poltergeist fall in there? Where does The Exorcist fall in there? What about Children of the Corn? What about Chucky? Remember the Chucky movies? What do you like better, the slasher-type scary or the psychological thrillers? Poltergeist seem more like that. But the psychological thriller, which actually, I think The Sixth Sense, you know that Bruce Willis movie? I See Dead People, that movie, it's more of a psychological thriller, right? Where are you, audience, on the scary movies? No, I was never a big horror movie guy. A lot of people love them. A lot of people, they keep making them. I guess people enjoy them. They keep making them. How many of those Friday the 13th did they make? I mean, at the very end on the last one, did Jason finally have to go to a retirement home? Did Freddy Krueger end up at an assisted living center? I mean, they made so many of them. Didn't those guys get old? Is that what happened? Is that how they died? Did they die of natural causes? I don't know. What are your Halloween plans? 225-9697. Text me and let me know. Football tonight. Elk City hosting Bridge Creek's going to be a big night, Halloween night. 6:15 pregame, 7 o'clock kick, bigoaktv.com and Cool 94. And stuff for the kids, you bet. Elementary and preschool kids in costume get in free. Halftime trick or treat on the track for the kids. And in Merritt, playing Crescent. It is Merritt versus Crescent. 7 o'clock kick on ParagonTV.com. Merritt hosting Crescent. What's going on there? Well, during halftime of the game, north end zone of the stadium, paid parking spot holders will have their trucks decorated and ready to hand out candy. Children got to be accompanied by an adult and then go back to their seats for the second half. So get ready for that. We got football tonight, Halloween, Friday Night Lights, Big Elk TV, and Paragon TV, Merritt and Elk City. If you get an opportunity, this is from the text line, come trick or treat at Eastland Edition. Willow Street has ramen. Is it ramen or ramen noodles? How do you say it? Ramen or ramen noodles at one house, and down the road at another, they have Dr. Pepper in the can. Happy Halloween. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Yeah, if you ever go to a place where they give out the full-size candy bars, boy, there's a great place to go. Or Dr. Pepper, or ramen or ramen noodles. The Saw series made me quit watching scary movies. Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler is the scariest movie ever. I got to plead ignorance here. I don't think I've ever heard of it. Is that a real thing? Jack and Jill with Adam Sandler, is that even a real thing? Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Saw series. You got the Saw movies, Friday the 13th, Chucky, Nightmare on Elm Street. What else were there? Poltergeist. Boy, back in the 70s and 80s, it was always The Exorcist and Poltergeist. And then other ones came along. Amityville Horror. There was one. 7:34, sun coming up, revealing mostly clear skies, 40 degrees. Boy, yesterday was nice. Today, a little bit warmer, 68. Tomorrow, cooler again tomorrow, but then warmer again on Sunday. So we're doing the yo-yo thing. 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Your weather breakdown coming up. Taylor Sullivan is going to talk to us. Jared Atha with local news. Latest penny news is out. Grab a copy. A week ago, here's what I was telling you about, and it's still valid because these prices are still good. Durex antifreeze coolant, 1 gallon, all-purpose antifreeze, just $4.99 after manufacturer mail-in rebate. This is at Atwood's Ranch and Home Goods. 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, we were running the air conditioner, and now everybody's got jackets on, and we're talking about antifreeze. Noble Outfitters. Men's heavy-duty pro gloves, usually $14.99, right now $12.99. This is at Atwood's Ranch and Home Goods, Elk City, Clinton, Woodward, Altus. Coming up, your weather breakdown, Taylor Sullivan, and more. That's what we specialize in, the and more. Happy Halloween, everybody. What are your Halloween plans? Text us 225-9697. I'm Nathan. It's Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, honestly, to me, the scariest movie was Deliverance with Burt Reynolds. Freaks me out. I still can't watch it to this day. Scariest movies, 225-9697. Scariest Halloween candy, it's candy corn. Although right up there with it, I'll tell you what else I can't the 30 or 40 years ago, there was something called coffee candy. Now, I'm not talking about the Werther's coffee-flavored candy that you get today. That is delicious. A friend of mine occasionally gives me a piece of that. The Werther's coffee-flavored candy is outstanding. But 30 or 40 years ago, when I was a kid, there was something called coffee candy. And it was a big old round ball. And it just tasted disgusting. That was awful. Candy corn, do not like candy corn. It's just waxy. It's sugar and wax is what it is. Yellow, brown, and orange, waxy candy. Waxy, sugary, brown, yellow, orange candy. Couldn't stand it. So candy corn and the old-fashioned coffee candy, some of the worst. Don't like those. 7:37.
Nathan and Landry will keep talking on the early morning show right after this.
In the land of Ford, October is really Trucktober, a time to challenge ourselves and help truck buyers. The stock is in, and our place is covered with over 100 pickup trucks. We even had to ship some over to Truck Island. They're all waiting for loving families to give them a good home. To meet the challenge of selling 100 trucks by the end of October, we're going to take big trades and make big deals. The Trucktober Challenge is on at Barbara Dyson Ford in Elk City, online at barbardysonford.net. Truck lovers, come and get them.
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Bacca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800 or visit our website, retirewithbacca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
Get the cotton out of the field, through the gin, and out on the market. You're in a race against the clock. Time is money. We know you're in a hurry and we want to help you get down the road, but we'll slow the gin down if that's what your cotton needs. Sometimes slowing down just a little bit means a better quality and better grades. Sometimes. Every field is different and we customize our process based on what your cotton needs. Now don't get me wrong. We want to serve as many customers as we can so we can make money. But if dropping the speed of the gin just a little is better for your cotton, we'll do it so you can make more money. Just ask Jimmy and Spencer Smith. They switched to Carson County Gin a couple of years ago, and they're still with us. Their cotton got a better grade, so it brought a better price. If you'll Google Carson County Gin, you'll find us. We're near White Deer, Texas, west of Pampa. Cleaner cotton means a better grade. We run our gin to get you the best grade possible.
For those who don't know what they want, we show them around the showroom floor, we show them the pictures, and we show them different things that they can do. And that gets them started. While we're doing that, we get them to start talking about the people that the monument's for. And that helps us guide them to a better understanding of what they can do for people. Now, the ones that come in and they know what they want, sometimes they'll bring in sketches and have it all drawn out and everything. And we try to take that sketch and we try to show them, okay, we can do it this way, and show what's the most important thing down through the ages is going to be to them and guide them that way. Sometimes I'll give them exactly what they want, show it to them exactly like they want, and show them how we would try to do it for them, and they'll end up with the one that we tried to do for them.
Willis Granite Products. WillisGranite.com.
Level up your fitness at Modern Fitness. With 24-hour access, you can work out anytime you want. Modern Fitness in Elk City. Get in shape and have fun doing it at a really nice gym.
The Brewer boys have a lot more to say. Get ready for more of the Early Morning Show right now on KECO.
Do 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 do. Oh, just so you know, Landry was clear on his lice check, so you should be good on those headphones.
Okay. Oh.
19 minutes away from the top, 96.5 KECO, the early morning show. Rhyme as much as you can. Just trust me. Just that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Just rhyme as much as you can. Carter Electric bringing you the forecast this hour. When something electrical gets hot, it smells, you know that smell, right? And you say to yourself, what is that? Is that electrical? Yeah, it is. And it's dangerous. Carter Electric, they will detect your hot spot, keep you safe. Carter Electric, 225-2447. Here's your weather. Today, increasing clouds, high of about 68 degrees. So a mild afternoon, winds light, shifting southeast 5 to 10. Tonight, cloudy. Ooh, that's creepy for Halloween. Cloudy. Ooh. 41 the low. Tomorrow afternoon, sunny, 59. So today, 68. Tonight, 41. Tomorrow, 59. That's another thing to keep in mind. When you do the weather, no kidding. Mm-hmm. Taylor, when you do the weather, all people need to know today, tonight, and tomorrow. Okay. Sometimes radio people are bad about TV. David Payne, what a fake, right? These TV weather 9-day forecast. Don't pay any attention beyond today, tonight, tomorrow. That's all you need to know. Yeah. Because beyond that, it's not accurate. Number one, it's not accurate. Number two, nobody will remember it.
Yeah, no one cares.
Today, tonight, tomorrow. That's all that matters. Today, 68. and sunny. Tonight, cloudy 41. Tomorrow, sunny 59. Right now, 40.
Feels a lot colder. I was bundled up.
Oh, come on.
It does.
Get
yeah.
out.
Feels a lot colder.
Boy, Frank Sullivan wouldn't say that.
No, he'd be thriving.
Not the Frank Sullivan I know. 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. Taylor Sullivan joins us. Taylor, tell everybody who you are.
So I am a 17-year-old senior right here at Elk City High School. I'm the daughter of Frank and Patsy Sullivan, and I'm also Miss Northwest Passage's teen. I might be a familiar face. I came on this show back in, I think it was April or May, as Miss Elk City's teen, and I gave up that title. I crowned somebody else on September 13th. So, and then I went and won another preliminary local title to Miss Oklahoma's teen, and so I asked if I'd be welcome back on the show. I had to beg a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
If I would be welcome back.
Am I welcome back? Like, can I, but yeah, I figured I would come back as Miss Northwest Passage's teen and kind of get my name and get my face out there and get my title around Elk City again, because I spent a lot of time around Elk City with my Elk City title, but I know I'll be doing the same with this title as well. So,
where did you go to become Miss Northwest Passage?
So I went to Woodward. It's a local preliminary competition out of Woodward, and you have to live west of I-35. That was like the requirement. I know that a lot of people assume Miss Elk City has like a really tight radius, but the radius for Elk City is 60 miles. Obviously, I live in Elk City, so it wasn't any bother to me, but I competed in Miss Northwest Passage's teen and Miss Northwest Passage. It's like a Miss and teen title. My Miss is Kaya Carpenter, but we went up to Woodward for that competition.
So instead of Miss Woodward, they have Miss Northwest Passage.
Yes, yeah. There is a Miss Woodward, and there's also a Miss Northwestern, but it's not.
This is so confusing.
Well, those aren't local preliminaries to the Miss America organization. They won't take you to Miss Oklahoma's teen or Miss Oklahoma.
Oh, so those are unsanctioned wildcat pageants, right?
No, they all go to Miss Cinderella. It's like another pageant up there, but they just aren't affiliated with the Miss America organization. There's Miss Northwestern and Miss Northwestern's teen out of Alva, and those are affiliated with the Miss America organization. But there's like Miss Woodward, there's Miss Taloga, like little pageants like that. Those all go to the Miss Cinderella pageant. They actually held it this past weekend in Alva.
Taylor Sullivan is a 17-year-old senior at Elk City High School. She was Miss Elk City.
Miss Elk City's teen.
Okay,
yes.
Miss Elk City teen, and you had to give up the crown.
Yes.
Somebody else won it back in September.
Yes.
But you've swapped it for another crown.
Yes.
Miss Northwest Passage. I'm going to ask you an unfair question.
Okay.
Feel free to either say I don't know or make up an answer, and we're all going to believe it anyway.
Okay.
Miss Northwest Passage. Passage to what? What are you passing through or to in Northwest Oklahoma?
Oh, I don't know the answer.
See, you should
I know it's
just make it up. I'll believe anything. So passage to Kansas.
Passage to Kansas.
Okay, I believe that.
Well, I know like it's along. There's Miss Northwest, the Passage Highway. There's Northwest Passage Highway.
What?
And
okay, you are making that up.
On Watonga. I know it goes through a lot of.
You know what? I'm prepared to believe it's Halloween, and I'm prepared to believe anything at this point.
Oh, this is just a costume. It's like not. I didn't actually. It's just like for today. I'm just like stepping in the role for this day.
How long have you done these pageants?
So I started competing back in 2023. I was a sophomore at Commute High School. I played softball, and so it was kind of like, what is this girl doing on stage? Like, what is she doing in an interview room? It wasn't something that I had ever done before. I always watched Miss Elk City. I had always watched Miss Queen of the West, and I always knew I wanted to compete someday, but I just threw myself in Miss Ouachita County. I ended up winning, and then honestly, it just started from there. I realized that that's where I really fit in. That's where I felt like I belonged, and I never felt like I belonged in sports, and I actually competed for the title of Miss Elk City's teen in 2023, and I did not win, and that's always a funny story to tell because it's like you didn't win and you kept going back. Like a lot of people who don't compete don't really understand that, but it honestly just gave me more drive to go back the next year more prepared, and I went to Miss Oklahoma's teen that year with a at-large title, so I essentially was given a title by the Miss Oklahoma organization, but I didn't go to a local preliminary to win it. And so I'm so glad that I went to Miss Oklahoma's teen that year because it was a good rookie year. I kind of got to dip my toes in the water at Miss Oklahoma's teen, and then I went back to Miss Elk City's teen in 2024 of October and October of 2024, and I ended up winning. And I'm so glad that God made me wait. I'm so glad that I had to wait until that moment to win because it made my year so much more special because I worked that much harder to win the title. But It's been about a little over 2 years that I've competed. So a lot of girls start competing at a really young age. I'm hoping I can convince my dad to pay for my little sister to start competing at an early age.
Yeah, Frank, all it takes is money. That's all it takes.
But no, a lot of people start at a really young age, and I kind of started later, but I don't feel like I would have kept continuing if I started when I was younger because I was in so many other things. I think that would have probably been one of the first things I had stopped doing, but I'm so glad that I started a little over 2 years ago.
Taylor Sullivan, 17-year-old senior at Oak City High School, Miss Northwest Passage teen. You've been doing this circuit for a couple of years now. You said you felt at home doing this. Explain what you mean by that.
So when I played sports, which was honestly primarily a lot of my childhood years, I just never felt included or like I necessarily belonged. I've danced at Elk City, Cinderella's Dance Studio right here in Elk City this is my 15th year. And so I've always felt at home at dance, but other than dance, it was kind of like my only outlet where I truly felt like I belonged or was included or honestly something that I just thrived at. I mean, I've always loved sports in a sense, but I just never felt like that was where I belonged. And then I just felt the urge to compete in Miss Ouachita County. And it was actually like, I kid you not, a week and a half before the pageant that I decided. It was very last minute. And I kind of just, went and got a dress and decided to throw myself in it. And I think that me winning in that moment was God telling me, this is where you belong. You need to stop trying to fit in other places. Like, this is where I need you. This is where I have you. And, I mean, since that moment, pageants are my home. They were where I felt at peace. And
what do you enjoy about it?
So there's another thing about the Miss America organization. You have to have this thing called a CSI, a community service
Crime
initiative.
scene investigator?
Something like that.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What does CSI stand for?
Community Service Initiative. It's like a platform, something you want to advocate for. And I experienced a lot of bullying in my childhood years, and a lot of that kind of related to sports, just because I was never the best at them. And again, I just never felt included. And you can't really succeed at something if you don't want to or you don't have that drive, and that's just something I never had, unfortunately. And so I install buddy benches across schools in western Oklahoma. I've installed one at Elk City Intermediate School, Sayre Elementary School, and then Commute Elementary School as well, which their playground's kind of connected. So honestly, like pre-K to 6th grade use the buddy bench at Commute, but I haven't started installing buddy benches to kind of circle back in kindness and inclusivity because I know that I would have greatly benefited from a buddy bench back in my childhood years. And so that's like one thing in particular the Miss America organization does very well is you having a platform so you have something to advocate for, and that's one of my very favorite things about the organization, for sure.
Tell me more about the buddy bench. What is it? How does it work?
So it's a bench that I put on like playgrounds. They say buddy bench on them. And when I go to the schools, I give a presentation to the elementary school, and I explain what they are. They're a bench for other students to sit at when they feel lonely or feel like they need a buddy, and it lets all the other students know that they're lonesome, that they need a friend, and then someone can pick them up and invite them to play or even sit and just talk with them. I just know, I've heard so many great stories about them that really just keeps me going. And
you have?
I'm working on getting one installed in Shamrock, Texas, up in southern Kansas, and then also in Woodward Public Schools. So I hope to double my number as my year as Miss Northwest Passages teen. But the buddy benches have just been incredible. I've heard so many great stories, and that really just makes my heart happy because I know I would have greatly benefited from one when I was in elementary school as well.
Where'd you get the idea? How did you decide to do this?
I honestly think my mom had sent me a photo one day. It was when I was Miss Ouachita County. This is 2 years in the making. I didn't get to install the buddy benches until May. So this is kind of still a fairly new thing. It's been like 5 or 6 months since I, received them. But I think my mom just sent me maybe it was on Pinterest or something one day, just to, hey, these are really cool. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it took a long time to get them made and kind of get that process going. But once I got them installed this year, I was like, this is something I have to continue doing. And as Miss Northwest Passages teen, I hope to triple that even, if that's at all possible. But 3 so far, 6 or 9 is the goal.
What are the other benefits of the pageant system? You say like Northwest Passage, Elk City, these are all preliminaries to Miss America. What are the other benefits of being in these things?
Scholarships. They are a huge thing. College is really expensive, and I plan to attend Oklahoma State University, and a lot of that has been made able because of the scholarships I've earned within this organization. A lot of when you go into these pageants, you win a $500 scholarship, a $1,000 scholarship. But when you go to the state level, Miss Oklahoma's teen, which is what I will compete for for a third time, in June, you earn full rides to colleges like UCO, Oklahoma State offers like a little bit of a scholarship. Mississippi State offers a full ride. University of Alabama offers a full ride to the new Miss Oklahoma's teen. So when you start subbing in these competitions, it's just a lot of people just assume it's beauty and, maybe a little bit of brains, but it's a lot packed on to one, but you also get a really, really great prize package when you win. So the ability to pay for your college just by winning a shiny hat and sash is really, really cool, and that's what makes our organization different from the others, and so that's why I love it.
So your next competition will be Miss Oklahoma?
Miss Oklahoma's teen, yep, in June. So hopefully the third time's the charm. And it'll be my last year in teen, so this next year I'll have to move on to Miss Oklahoma, so like Miss Elk City, Miss Queen of the
Are
West.
you going to keep going?
That's the plan, but I hope I win Miss Oklahoma's teen this year so that I get to have a year serving our state and not just my community. But yeah, hopefully I get to serve the state as Miss Oklahoma's teen, and then I think I'll definitely compete in Miss once that time comes, but I think I'll probably take a couple years break because Miss is age 18 to 28.
Ooh.
And so that's a really big gap, and I think I'm going to get, a year or so chilled at college, kind of get, the college life figured out, and then I'll probably step back into Miss. But there is a Miss Oklahoma State University, so that's definitely on my radar for when I get up there.
Where is the Miss Teen Oklahoma pageant going to be?
So my first year we had it at the River Spirit in Tulsa, and I don't believe we're going to have it there again. This past year we had it at Rose State College, and as far as I'm concerned, I haven't heard any different. We're going to have it there again. So Rose State College, but the Okana Resort, like the new hotel in Water Park, is who hosted us last year. So we had some meetings and
at Okana?
parties and stuff at Okana's ballrooms and stuff. But we had the actual competition at Rose State.
Do they have a big performing arts center at Rose State?
They do. Yes, it's really, really nice, and there's tons of room. And there's a lot of us, so it's very needed.
Taylor Sullivan, Miss Northwest Passage teen, former Miss Elk City teen, on her way to the Miss Oklahoma Teen pageant coming up this summer. It'll be in June in Oklahoma City. Taylor, good to see you again. Good luck in the upcoming endeavors, and tell your Comp 1 teacher her brother said hello.
Will do.
It is now 5 away from the top. Jared is just chomping at the bit. He's frothing. I don't know if he's got rabies or he's just really excited about the news. This is 96.5 KECO.
Sunny and 38, this is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Ata. The two new Oklahoma laws kick in on Saturday, both with local ties. Senate Bill 50, carried in the House by Representative Nick Archer of Elk City, adds sales tax exemptions for firearm safety devices like safes, lockable cases, and trigger or barrel locks. Archer says he'll try again next session to add guns and ammo. The bill also cleans up other exemptions, including some school transit, medical items, and industry. Senate Bill 1075, carried by Representative Anthony Moore of Clinton, targets real estate wholesaling. It requires clear written disclosures, a 2-business day no-penalty cancellation right, and bans posing as an advisor or misrepresenting licensure. Missing disclosures void the deal. U.S. Senator James Lankford said the ongoing federal government shutdown, which began on October 1st, is the result of a Democratic decision to force a standoff, calling it the craziest season during an interview on Exploring Energy on 96.5.
This is the craziest season, the craziest shutdown. If you'd asked me a month ago, were we going to have a shutdown, I would have said no, because there's no reason to it. There's no buildup for this. But Democrats literally just determined we're going to have a shutdown. We're mad at Trump, and the way we're going to express we're mad at Trump is to have a shutdown.
Lankford said the impacts are hitting families and federal workers. He listed SNAP recipients, Head Start, and agencies such as Air Traffic Control, USDA, and the Department of Energy, saying employees are not getting paid. Lankford also noted that he is refusing a paycheck until the shutdown is over. Lankford also promoted his bill aimed at preventing future shutdowns by keeping government funded at current levels while forcing Congress to remain in session 7 days a week to work only on appropriations.
I got 57 votes. I need 60 to actually pass it, but we got 57 votes that actually blocks shutdowns forever and says, let's just take this off the table no matter who is in the majority or the minority. And all it does is it says, if we get to a moment like this, and we will again, government keeps running at current spending levels, but members of Congress have to be in session. sessions 7 days a week, and we can only work on appropriation bills. It kind of locks us in our room, says you didn't finish your homework during class, you got to stay after class to finish it.
Langford said some Senate Democrats are now urging a path to reopen, but he accused Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of blocking negotiation. He linked the standoff to fall elections in New York City, New Jersey, and Virginia, saying Democrats do not want to be seen as caving before votes. These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Once again, sunny outside, currently 38. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Atha. Catch me, Paragon News Director Jared Atha, with the latest local news at 5 p.m. every Monday through Friday. Presented by Mickey Lively, your Farm Bureau agent in Greer County.
Nathan and Landry Brewer are so talented, we're thinking about actually paying them to do this gig.
Oh, that's bad.
No, that's good.
How come?
The early morning show continues right now.
Down 96.5 KECO. Do you know how to build wealth? I do. Here's the secret. Now listen, don't tell anybody. Let's leave this between you and me, but here's how you build wealth. Every time you get paid, take a little bit of that money, put it in some type of a trusted investment fund, and then the next time you get paid, do it again. And then the next time you get paid, do it again. And then the next time you get paid, do it again. And if you keep doing that, after 20 or 30 years, you will have built wealth and you will be able to retire. Advanced Financial Strategies can help. RetireWithBACA.com. Do you have big Halloween plans? I hope you stay safe, whatever you do. We've got football tonight, high school football, Merritt and Elk City. Big Oak TV, Paragon TV. Anything else? Penny News, grab a copy. Fox News, Exploring Energy, more coming up. 96.5 KECO in Elk City. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself.